Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the subject Information Technology, Unit Spreadsheet or Electronic Spreadsheet. In previous session, we have discussed about the Page Layout tab and Data tab. In a Page Layout tab, we have discussed about the different formatting of a page for a printing. And in Data tab, we have discussed about sort feature and the filter feature in Excel. Today, we are going to explore the Formula tab. So, in today's session, we will discuss about the different formulas, how to use these formulas in a spreadsheet, and how we can generate our report or analysis report based on these formulas. Some of them we have already discussed in your session number 1 under the category of AutoSum. Today we are going to use a direct way to insert a formula in your Excel, and second is if you have to type any formula in a address bar, then what are the procedure and the syntax of formula. For example, we have this information in a spreadsheet, the 5 name of a student along with their marks in a different subjects like mathematics, English, science and Hindi. In this column, we want to calculate their total marks. To calculate the total marks, select your resultant cell, click on Formula tab. Under the function library, you can choose the AutoSum function. Under that, sum function to get the sum. So as you select this sum, it will automatically detect or get the value from B2 cell to E2 cell. All the cells from math, English, science and Hindi subject in this sum function. So here we will get the result. So now let's explore what is the different parameters of a function. We start all the functions with the equal sign. Then we have to write the function name, for example, sum. And inside the brackets, we have to give the cell range, which cell we want to include in this sum formula. For example, if we want to include these cells from B2, C2, D2, E2, we can use two different methods to mention the cell address. First one is with the comma function, B2, comma, second cell, C2, comma, third cell, D2, comma, and next cell, for example, E2. When you press enter, it will give us the same result as we applied AutoSum function. So here we have a sum of B2, C2, D2 and A2. If all the cells are in continuous, then you can use the colon symbol is equal to sum B2 colon E2. It means the first cell is B2 and the last cell is E2, and all the cells inside the B2 and E2 are included in this formula. So just press the enter to check your result. It's the same to it. So in these two ways you can use the function by the manual way. Second is if you want to use the mixed cell reference, for example, equal to sum, we want to add B2 and C2, B2 colon C2, comma, we want to skip this marks D, so we can use a colon and mention the next column address, that is E2, and press bracket. So here we have a sum of all these cells, first B2, C2 and E2. So here we have 250. So in these three ways you can enter the formula and refer your cell address. Next is, you can apply this formula in other cells with the help of mouse drag and drop method. So place your cursor at the end of your cell, it's changed to the plus symbol, hold your left button of your mouse and drag it. So the same formula is applicable with the changing cell reference. For this it includes B3 to E3, all these three cells of row number 3 from B to E. So it will give us the result by sum. Similarly, here you can use the average by using the average function. Select the cell, click on AutoSum, select average. It will include all the cells having the number value before this cell, but we want to exclude this one cell, so you can delete F and type here E2. So change the cell reference from B2 to E2. Press enter. So average is 70. Similarly, you can drag and drop. Next is to calculate the minimum of these values. If you want to calculate the minimum value from these all, so you can select this cell, click on AutoSum, select minimum, change the cell reference, press enter to apply. So we want to calculate the minimum value from B2 to E2. Press enter. We have 55, 90, 70, 65. 55 is minimum value. Similarly, you can drag and drop to apply to other. Next is using the maximum value. Select your resultant cell, click on Formula tab. Under the function library, you can click on AutoSum and select maximum. Then you need to change the cell reference because we want to calculate from B2 to E2. Press your enter, and here 90, 70, 65, 55, among these all four values, 90 is the maximum number. Similarly, you can drag and drop to apply to the other cells. You can also apply, so you can apply these all formulas like the financial, logical, for, and, if, not, or, depending upon the different logical operations. You can inform the text functions, date and time, lookup and reference, math and trigonometry functions, and some more functions for the complex calculations. Next, we can calculate by subject wise the maximum minimum value also. So here we will enter the new value like total, average, minimum, maximum. So we just select these cells and draw a table. Here we want to calculate the sums of math solved value just to apply the formula in horizontal way. Select the cell, click on Formula tab, apply AutoSum, click on Sum. So it will select these all values B2 to B6. Press enter. So here we have a sum of all these values of math marks. Similarly, you can drag and drop this formula to all other. Here you can calculate the average of these all. Select Formula tab, click on Auto Sum, select Average. It select from B to B7, but we want to include up to B6. So we will select B to B6. Press enter to apply this formula. So here in a math subject we have a average value 84. So we can get this value, average marks in each subject. In a mathematics we have 84, in English we have 72, in a science we have 77, Hindi 65. Here this average is for Ali. Ali got the average marks in all these 4 subjects 70. Arsh got the average marks in all these 4 subjects 78. Here this information is student wise and this information is subject wise. Then how to apply minimum value? Select the cell, click on Formula tab. Under the function library, click on Auto Sum, select minimum, then change the cell reference from B2 to BA6. Okay, previously it selected B to BA, so you can change it to B to B6 and press enter to apply it. So in a math we have a minimum marks is 75. In English we have 60. In a science we have 65. In a Hindi we have 55. Now here we are going to calculate the maximum. Click on maximum. It is from B to B9. Select here B to B6. Press enter. So in a mathematics the maximum number is 95. In English we have a maximum number 85. In a science we have 95. In a Hindi we have maximum marks 80. So in this way you can use the auto sum function to apply the formulas in your Excel sheet or in your spreadsheet. This is the most important topic of your syllabus. Okay, so you have to apply and practice these formulas in spreadsheet. Next is review tab. In a review tab, first one is proofing, to check the spellings and grammar mistakes in your Excel sheet. You can use spell check option. Then if you want to search for any word, then you can use this research word. To explore more about some word or the dictionary word, you can use these features. Then under the change group, we have first option, protect sheet. If you want to apply a password to your sheet, then you can select it as a protect sheet. So you can select the columns, you can apply these things, which restriction you want to allow. So you can select it and type the password which you want to apply on your sheet. Just click on OK button. So at password you have to retype again for confirmation and you can apply the password to your sheet. So now this sheet is protected. So if you want to open this sheet again, then you have to enter the password. Just close this sheet, save the changes, click on file button, select the recent opened file. So when you open it, so you are able to view this information, but if you want to change, it will ask you to enter the password. The cell or the chart you are trying to change it is on protected sheet. So you have to unprotect the sheet and then you can edit this information. So click on review tab. Under the changes group, select unprotected. enter your password again to make it unprotected. Click on OK button and save. So now you are able to edit this information. For example, I want to change it to 68. So I am able to change it. If you close this sheet and open it again, now this sheet is unprotected. Okay, you are able to change it again. Next is protect workbook. If you want to protect your whole Excel sheet, then you can select it, protect workbook option. Select it, structure. Okay, protect the workbook for structure. Enter your password. For example, 123456. Click on OK button. It will ask you to re-enter your password for the confirmation. Re-enter your password and click on OK button. So now this sheet is protected with the password. Close this worksheet, save and close. Now click on open button and select this your previous file. So if you wish to change, then you have to unprotect your workbook again. So then you are able to edit this information. For example, we make it 65 back again from 68. So in this way you can protect your sheet and unprotect your sheet. Next is view tab. In a view tab, we will change the view of your Excel sheet. This is a normal view in which you can see that all the cells and all the columns. This is a normal view of Excel sheet. Second is page break view. With the help of this, you can break your sheet according to the printing page setup. So this is page break view. This dashed line represents that is break here. And you can also see that this is a page number 1, this is a page number 2. Third option is page layout. So this will divide your whole worksheet into different pages. So you can adjust column height and width according to your requirement to make it adjust within a page. So in this way you can use these different views of your Excel sheet. Next is show. This option is used which things you want to show on your Excel sheet. First one is ruler. So you can select it to hide. Back to normal view. It's not visible in normal view. It's only visible in your page layout view for the ruler. Grid line to show or hide the lines between the rows and column. Next is formula bar. So to hide your formula bar, you can select untick formula bar. Headings. So if you wish to remove those A, B, C, D and 1, 2, 3 row number and column digits, you can untick heading. So here we have back all the things: ruler, grid line, formula bar and heading. Second is zoom option. In the zoom, you can increase or decrease the zoom value to view your page. For example, you want to view it as 100%. So this is the 100% view of your sheet. If you want to zoom it by entering the value, for example 200 or a custom value, you can enter here the custom value. For example 150. Click on OK button to apply it. Next is zoom selection. So in this way you can select anywhere in between your sheet and view the information. Or either with the help of this status bar you can increase or decrease the zoom. Third option is windows. With the help of window you can arrange these all different windows, or either you can hide or unhide, and the main feature is freeze. For example, we move to this sheet. Here we have information. As we are scrolling down, so we are not able to view the first column or first row. If you want to make visible the first row or a first column on every page in your viewing type, so you can use freeze option. Click on freeze option, select freeze top row. Now as you scroll down, your first row is fixed, but you can scroll and match with the other values. Similarly, you can freeze a column, freeze first column. So now if you move down, so you are not able to view your first row, but if you are moving to your right hand side, so the first column is there. So in this way you can use freeze option. Okay students, this is all about the spreadsheet software. Please do the question answers given in your book. Thank you. Have a nice day.